One of our values for a long time as a business was our connectivity to Salesforce.com.
Okay.
Okay, so we home grew this. We spent about 2 years building this massive import engine. And then the organization came back to us and said, well, cool, there's not just Salesforce.com anymore, right? Impartner went international pretty hard, pretty fast. This created a business desire to expand more CRMs.
Mhm.
And that's the business problem. We didn't have another 2 years to figure out how we were going to continue doing this with other providers. Right? We needed to find a unified way of looking at data so that we could scale other systems without having to build specific drivers, right? Specific behaviors for very specific systems. We started with a fundamental problem that we don't have the specific skill sets and knowledge bases that exist for a lot of these different platforms, right? When you're approaching integrations with their systems, how do you absorb data, right? And Syncari has this holistic model where it just says, I'll listen for data changes consistently. It's good for us because the data exists in your system as a unified entity. And we were trying to build this ourselves, right? We can run queries against Syncari because Syncari sits in the middle. As long as we're taking in every single piece of data and we're making a decision on it, then we have something that represents the CRM that we can do as much querying on as we want. And that's fantastic. That meets our use case scenario. And that worked better for us in our infrastructure. This has been exciting for us because we like this type of stuff and we don't like the actual syncing logic and backend and the database. What we're going to do with logs and how often we're going to clear them and all the rest of that stuff. What Syncari does in the backend is complicated. Keeping a unified model is difficult. This offers us a huge benefit to focus on what our company and our stakeholders think is important, right? Which is not syncing logic. They care about the front end and the presentation and the interaction. It doesn't matter what we connect to. It all comes in. You go look at the metadata. It all looks the same. All the field types are all the same. It doesn't matter, right? You want to go get stuff from a reference data set. Here's a reference data set. It's literally like a CSV. It's like a spreadsheet, okay? A key value pair. Just go ahead and put it in there. Here's the merging rules. It's straightforward. It makes sense. The differences between things, the magic that's happening, it's the complicated stuff that's separated. The stuff that should be configurable and some of the things that are even more complex are there. The platform supports that. I just think that you guys as a product and the problems that you are solving and the way that you're solving those problems is such a perfect middle ground. It's so accessible to non-IT people. It's accessible to IT people. And the power of the platform behind the scenes truly solves the problem. So I don't know if this is an experience that's unique to our organization, but people are pumped around here. It's creating a really good positive stir that's making the business feel like it can scale without these constant syncing problems, right? What you want out of a product is success. And you want success as an organization, right? Not success for solving a problem. That's what Syncari is allowing us to do.